Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are actually on the other side of that pistachio colored building. You see, I showed you this a few videos ago, and we have been to this area also before. As you saw, the statue with 3 eagles that represent 3 generations of Poles. And we are coming close to it. It's actually right at the front of me. And what I have, guys, for you today, well, I have 3 articles. 2 are connected to Poland and Belarus, and 1 is about Poland. But before I will get into it, you will see this actually in the title was the topic. I want to address the situation with Scott Ritter's YouTube channel. As we all know, it has been deleted. Not just Scott Ritter channel, but also Ask the Inspector channel, those 2. They have been deleted yesterday, as I believe. We're gonna go this way here. So, yes, I might be actually talking to Scott next week. So we're gonna address this as well. But those of you who follow him on Twitter, you can still access his website, I think, Scott Ritter Extra. I will attach this website below this video, so just to make sure you can click on it. I'm sure Scott is going to come up with some other ideas in regards to the channel and the content and the important topics. But talking about those kind of things that of course are never pleasant, this shows you again how important it is to join the people that you watch often. I'm going to show you the Polish flags. It's really nice, really beautiful. How important it is to join those people on other platforms. That's why I emphasize over and over again, for the number of you who are watching me here on YouTube, I'm quite surprised that it's a really small fraction on Locals. So Locals really is the platform where you can comment without any censorship. Many comments YouTube also deletes. I don't know if you're aware of it, because there are certain words that trigger the algorithm and that are not good. So many of comments are never going to show up either. So once again, I would like to emphasize, Locals is the place where you can join me and watch my videos, and also Rumble. I do prefer Locals. There's also an option of supporting me. I'm not saying this emphasizing on support, however, I do appreciate it, because I'm not sponsored by anyone, as you know. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna read you the news, the first news, and then we will go down there, which is one of my favorite areas when I come to the park. I am in Park Kasprowicza, by the way, so those of you who are interested. I would like to start with the words that came from Belarus, and they were directed to Polish citizens, to Polish people, to Poland. As always, all the links that I am giving you the info from, you will have attached in the description box down below. Belarus warns Polish brothers, don't rush to experience it for yourself. We all know what this means, right? What they are addressing. But I want to read you exactly what this person said. And the text of the appeal was read out by the Director General of the National Library of Belarus. He's a political scientist and his name is Vadim, I'm not sure if I pronounce correctly, Gigin? I think Gigin. So, words from him. Polish brothers, our fate has been arranged in such a way that we live side by side. Hundreds of years of history unite the peoples of Belarus and Poland. Things were happening at the time. There were many grievances we read in this appeal. That's what he said. In the further part of his speech, it was reminded that many great figures of Polish culture were born on their land in Belarus. Belarusians are a large, proud and independent Slavic nation, he said. We have our own glorious traditions. Your politicians, he continues, overcome by the madness of chauvinism, by their actions and rhetoric are igniting the fire of the war. Let us not allow our common home to burn down. By nature, Belarusians are calm, peaceful and hardworking people, but we will not tolerate any masters over us. The history of the struggle of the inhabitants of Western Belarus has clearly proved this. And he continued, we hope that the Poles would be wise enough to resist the resort to armed confrontation. We would like to believe that you will not be intoxicated by aggressive propaganda. After all, every person, regardless of nationality, wants to live peacefully and prosperously in peace and friendship with our neighbors. In the event of an attack on our holy homeland, know that we are determined to defend our home and our families. History knows many examples of how Belarusians repelled the invasion from the West. Do not rush to experience it for yourself. We are confident that common sense will help us overcome the current difficult period in our relations. And the time is not far away when Belarusians and Poles will again peacefully visit each other, respecting the customs of our nation. This article has been posted on Belarusian portal, but also on Polish portal. So the link you will see is from Polish portal. One sentence that's in the title actually is a very important sentence when he says, do not rush to experience it for yourself. I don't know if people have an idea how important those words are. But this is the approach coming from Belarus, from this person who I believe speaks for entire nation, in my opinion. And what I have here, guys, for you. Okay, since we are in Belarus, we should talk about Wagner a bit, right? Because apparently that's where they are, although I would question that as well. So, the same portal actually put an article about Wagner Group that is recruiting in Kraków. And that's the title, Wagner Group recruits in Kraków. Police will investigate suspicious stickers. So in Kraków, apparently, there were the stickers. Let me go there so you have some different background. There were stickers showing up in some restrooms and in the city and some public areas. And what that sticker had, it was a sentence on it that was saying exactly, we are here, join us. And it was the symbol of Wagner. And right underneath that was the barcode that you could scan and apparently join them. So in this article it says that the stickers advertising the Wagner Group, a private army cooperating with Russian military intelligence, were spotted. The police in this case was notified, and as well as Chancellor of Kraków, I think his name is Łukasz Wantuch. It started with a recording on the social media when someone showed a sticker, and then it got notified by the police. And he says, this person, Łukasz Wantuch, the councillor of Kraków, a very strange and puzzling thing. It was a provocation. It turned out that it was not only Kraków, but it looks like in other cities as well. And now I have some numbers about the Wagner Group, which I'm not sure if they are correct or not, because apparently in May it was reported that Wagner Group in Belarus was between, sorry, not in May, Wagner Group in Belarus now is between 3.5 to 5,000, okay? So that's what the statistics here say, those numbers. But it looks like in May, on this Polish portal Defense24 that I've mentioned lately often, the military portal Defense24, it was reported that the Wagnerites are about 11.5 thousand professional soldiers, 5.2 thousand volunteer soldiers, and 3.8 thousand conscripts. So I don't know how many of them are at this point in Africa, and I just wonder about those stickers. I think someone was just playing the game there, like psychological, you know, it's really such a psychological warfare when you look at this. This is the fight on your mind from every side. But I have one more information to read you, since yesterday we addressed the topic of children, and I would like to address that today as well. I came across an article, let me just see where I have this written. I think the first page here was talking about children in the hospitals. Yes, okay, I have it. You know, not easy to read those things. One sec. I have a lot of pages, guys, today, and I don't have any place to really sit down. One moment. So the article is about the children that are left in the hospitals. Let me just put this here on the grass and I will flip it, so one sec. Meanwhile, here we go. Not really a nice information. More and more newborns are waiting for home in the hospital. This is the title of this article, and when I saw this title, I click on it and I really wanted to read this, because since yesterday we were addressing the human trafficking and horrific crimes committed on children and people. I am right here. Beautiful area, huh? Let me go there and I can actually, no, I can sit right here and read you this. Perfect. I found a good spot. So you will have the bridge behind me. Okay, perfect. So it says, more and more newborns are waiting for home in the hospital. The number of newborns remaining in hospital for medical reasons is increasing. Among the reasons, withholding the return of children to biological parents and lack of places in foster care. This information is from Poland. I didn't mention in the beginning of it. So those are statistics from Poland. The latest data provided to the DGP by the eHealth Center speaks of 652 children staying in hospitals, not because, one second, I lost the track, not because of their health condition. This is the situation at the end of 2022. This is the most in 5 years. For comparison, a year earlier there were 643 children, and in 2020 506. Hospitals that are facing such a situation say that this year this could end with even higher number. You know, it's all horrific to me, to be honest, because you know there are so many people who would like to have children but they are not able to have them, and I don't know what to say on this topic because it's really heartbreaking. I think sometimes maybe even parents are forced to leave those children in the hospital because they are not able to take care of them. They have no finances, right? No money, no condition to be able to provide those children in the future. And then what happens with those children? Do you ever think about it, guys? Like, if there is no space in the foster care, if no one is taking them, what happens to those children? Where do they go? It's a very simple question, right? Where do they go? And I know some of people who watched my video yesterday, and I just touched this topic very briefly because of course I am not an expert, but I am 100% sure that organ harvesting is a real thing. But many people are still in denial. They don't believe it's possible. They want evidence, proof. Well, maybe if you look long enough and deep enough, you will find that evidence. But I will end this video here, guys. Oops, I'm on the bridge. Really beautiful place right here. This is Park Kasprowicza. If you're ever in Szczecin, come over and find some peace and serenity. It's a very, very beautiful place. I used to come here a lot, especially when I was still living in Szczecin. My father was still alive, because this was giving me some refuge of a lot of thinking about what to do next in my life. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you tomorrow in another video. Make sure to join me on Locals. Follow me on Instagram, join my mailing list. I am also on Rumble, but I prefer Locals, to be honest. It's different energy there. And hit that like if the content I provide you gives you any value. Leave the comment and subscribe, since it doesn't cost you a thing and it's free of charge. Lots of love, everyone. I see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.